Day 316, first day of week 46. I didn't get started working on editing week 45's video yet. I spent a good chunk of the time trying to complete all the remaining dungeons and stuff for Puzzle and Dragons. One, the Maid Town dungeon, and two, the Exploration dungeon. I was not able to successfully complete the Exploration dungeon, like the last, like unlocking the last floor for that. So, fortunately, I wasn't able to get that done. And then the other thing is, I worked more on the song. It's actually sort of starting to turn into a song. I'm actually coming up with some lyrics to it. Not necessarily even really thinking about the meaning of the lyrics, just coming up with lyrics that sound like they would fit with the music that I've been writing. So it's really interesting. Yeah, the lyrics that I come up with, so like as in for one of the sections that seemed to naturally flow with it, was called like then again I am not the type to go on living all my life on the edge of a knife, but I am getting there. So it was just, I don't know why those lyrics just kind of seem to come up as like sort of fitting for that one section. But it's interesting, sort of like this, like it feels like more like I'm uncovering, like this way the song is. It's like I made it up, like sort of the tune, and just trying to think naturally where the tune would go. And then after listening to it over and over again, I started kind of like thinking like, okay, what kind of words could fit here? And then it's just sort of almost like discovering, like almost like hearing and trying to uncover words, uncover lyrics. And I'm not even necessarily sure what the lyrics mean, but they kind of they kind of sound like they mean something. Like there is a sort of like a meaning there. Living all my life, like living your life on the edge of a knife, like living all my life on the edge of a knife, but I'm getting there. It's like, I don't even know if that would even necessarily describe me, but that's what I've come up with. Anyway, that's what I did. That's what a big portion of my time today was spent. Thankfully, I'm off again tomorrow. So then I'm just going to spend tomorrow editing week 45's footage. So that'll be that. I'm getting that done. Still haven't heard from Thomas or Michael lately. Haven't worked on the sketches at all or drawings for the project. But I think priority right now is going to be getting week 45's video done. So yep, that's that. Day 317. I not finished editing week 45's yet. I slept in until like 2:30 in the afternoon. I guess I'm going to be talking with Thomas tomorrow after work. I didn't work on the music anymore. I mean, I listened to it a couple times. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I did? Like, I took too long starting, like, editing the week's recap. So, really, yeah, there's nothing else. I really should just keep these things as short as possible. So, yeah, been a minute. That's it for today. Maybe I'll get some drawings done tomorrow. But that's it for tonight. Good night. Day 318. I did not talk with Thomas. I finished uploading week's 45 video. I have not done a thumbnail. I guess I kind of have an idea for a thumbnail, but it'd be a bit more involved. Especially if I ended up putting myself into sort of the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album art. And basically, if I change things so that it says becoming productive, like maybe in Beatles it says becoming productive, and in the drum it says like week 45. It would be like probably one of the more in-depth and time-consuming Photoshop jobs that I had to do. So I don't know if I necessarily want to do that, but I mean it is kind of fun putting myself into different album cover arts. I also did a little bit messing around in GIMP using sort of the hard mix blend mode, like ever since finding the Texture Labs YouTube channel. And they're like basically it's almost as though like you could almost sum up all of like the Texture Labs tutorials and basically use the hard mix blend mode. It seems like if I'm not mistaken, I think like every single one of their tutorials or their like videos involves using the hard mix blend mode in some capacity. And it's really when he basically describes it as using the hard mix as sort of an adjustable like threshold, using it. So using that combined with sort of certain textures and trying to adds, like, I don't know, it's been really interesting, and I made sort of like a kind of like, I guess, like a sort of a creepy version of a frame from Hey Soul Sister, overlaying a sort of a cracked concrete like texture, and it's like sort of almost like combining, making it almost like sort of that stippling effect they have, but adding that sort of, like, making it sort of that sort of creepy. I don't know if necessarily the word surreal, but like that grainy, almost that pencil sort of texture like effect on it, and using sort of like the texture place. I don't know. I just sort of messing around with it and put it on my Twitter. That's what I did. I guess I'll talk to Thomas tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, and I tried actually again today, like trying to work on that sort of little piece of music. I tried doing fixing a whole style intro, but I just, like, I don't know if it's like the instrument or on the drum box or whatever it is that just doesn't, or I just couldn't come up with, like, I haven't come up with it. I just couldn't settle or find a progression of like notes or chords that naturally sort of lead into how my song starts. So I have to do something completely like different. I don't know. It's just weird that I can't seem to come up with a decent enough sort of intro to the song. I think like also like notice it kind of has like a little bit like sort of a similarity to When I'm 64 in terms of like the do do do. It's like, I don't know, the sort of like kind of bouncy sort of nature of the melody and the whole song. But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna drag this out anymore. That's it for tonight. Day 319. No real excuses. I didn't do anything. Note other than take a shower and get laundry done. I was supposed to talk with Thomas, and I didn't. I haven't done any work on the drawings. Basically all I did was I did some experimentation in GIMP, but it's basically the same thing that I've been doing, just messing around with the hard mix blending mode, trying it on trying the sort of stippling / drawing effect on like another photo, different photos. That's all I really did. I showed the song / like the piece of music that I've been working on to my mom. I didn't do any further. Actually, I think that was something I did today. I did work on that a little bit more today. I created what I think was a satisfactory intro, like an introductory section to the song. I did that. So that's something I could say that I did. Other than that, just Magic Arena, Puzzle and Dragons, YouTube, the same old thing, like wastes of time that I've done in the past. I didn't do anything else. So, yeah. And I guess all I can do is hope, not hope, but work to do better tomorrow. So, yeah, I guess. Till then, day 320. No new progress on anything. Michael called me while I was at work, like right we were about to end. Then when I tried calling him back, like later, which admittedly was probably like around 8 o'clock, he said he was making dinner, and so didn't talk to him then, and he never ended up calling back after that. There was a text from Thomas earlier saying that he was swamped and we needed to catch up, but I never tried reaching out, especially since I was trying to wait to see if Michael was going to call back or anything. I didn't want to start doing a thing with Thomas if Michael was going to end up calling back and doing all that stuff. So I ended up not communicating with either at all. Tomorrow, we're doing the hazardous waste disposal thing. We're going to get rid of some fluorescent bulbs, fluorescent tubes, an old multi-CD changer that I used to listen to a lot, but it's like it doesn't work properly anymore. The carriage, it doesn't stay in, it constantly sticks out, it just seems as though after a series of power outages, it probably just seemed to have screwed up the onboard or the internal computer or whatever it was. So like it just doesn't operate properly anymore. So I figured, since I'm not using it anymore, I can't really use it anymore. It doesn't even really work well as a radio either, and the display is like basically illegible. That I'm gonna just try to dispose. I'm gonna keep the speakers because the speakers might be used with other things that we have, like hook it up other way. So I figured I'll at least keep the speakers. We're gonna get rid of the actual CD player, and they're probably not going to accept them. But there are a couple of old headphones that seem to be in bad shape that we figured we'd just probably get rid of, and if they don't accept them, we might just end up having to throw them. I really don't like. There's just something about just throwing old electronics in the garbage. It just feels bad. I just don't like. There's so many things that I feel like we should probably just dispose of, but I don't like the fact that just throwing them in the garbage seems like such a bad thing for the environment. But there doesn't seem to be any other way of disposing them. That's one thing I think part of the reason why we have such a big issue. At least one of the issues that I have with sort of throwing certain things out is like some of them I don't even know what the proper way of disposing, and I don't know how to even look because I think I've tried looking up like certain ways of certain things that should be whether to properly dispose of it, and it just seems that sometimes the objects just don't have a proper way of being disposed of, or there's no way to recycle them, and it's just whatever. But yeah, the only other things I did was like watch a couple other like recordings, like Real Time with Bill Maher, and last week tonight with John Oliver, and the first episode of the new season of American Ninja Warrior. That was basically it. So yeah, again, spending about 3-4 minutes talking, it's too much, so I'm just going to end it now. Day 321, and I'm continuing to be a piece of shit because I still haven't taken the opportunity or the time to contact or reach out to either Thomas or Michael, even though I had plenty of time to do it today. I hadn't done it for, I don't know, whatever reason. I started doing like another sketch or another couple sketches before going to work. Today, secondary channels views are continuing to dwindle. I watch some Walking Dead and Talking Dead, some of the episodes that are sort of backed up. I need to catch up on, and we did chili today. I added the spices. My mom did most of the cooking, did the majority of the work in creating the chili. I pretty much just added the spices, the combination of spices to it. It tasted okay. Tomorrow, Sunday, going into work again. Anything else? No, just Puzzle and Dragons. Doing the Street Fighter collab thing. Running primarily the skill up dungeons, and running and pulling the machine a couple times to see if I can just trying to get some duplicates or some more of the greater rarity stuff. And I guess I also try to do some exercising. Try to do some exercises as well, push-ups and sort of rows. Whatever. But yeah, that's I guess overall feel pretty shitty because I'm not doing as much as I was before. And just wasting more time. The shittier I feel, the less motivated I feel to actually get more done. So I'm falling back into my bad habits that I started this series to try to get myself out of. Maybe I'm just not getting enough sleep. Whatever, I'm going to bed. Day 322, last day of week 46. And while I was at work, I got a text from Thomas saying that he's going to call, or like, I think he's been waiting, or I would contact him. And I said I was getting off at 5, and I would call him back. But, like, before... Okay, so, anyway, got home. Mom suggested we order out Thai, because the other day, some discussion turned into, like, sort of trying to find into a Thai place, and a new, like, one nearby. So we did one, so we decided to do that. But I was going to call Thomas, so I tried calling him before we left to let him know that I was going to be not immediately available, but I went to his machine, so I left a message. I didn't get any text back. I don't know what the deal is. Beyond that, Thai food was okay. Other thing, regarding my second channel, the views are dwindling off. Now, I'm curious if my previous increasing views was due to the fad being fresher and there was more interest in it, or was it because I was uploading more frequently? Because now it seems like even with the most recent videos I've done, it's like the views are still continuously dropping off. And the other video, well, not the video, but it's like the mashup that I did was getting up. Now that seems like to be starting to slow down. I'm down to under 600 views every 2 days. Like, whereas before I was able to get like 2,000 views every 2 days. Now it's down to under like around 600 some views every 2 days. Now there's a thing. Do I continue to try to make more videos in the style that were getting popular, even though like now the most recent ones I've done are not getting the views? Because like, do I try just uploading a bunch, trying to create a bunch of those, or do I focus on like getting like the more involved one thing that I've done, or try to move on to something else, like doing more mashups? Like, I don't know what to do now, because again, I don't really want to do low effort stuff. I really don't want to continue to do low effort shit. But if I start doing more effort laden stuff, it's gonna take more time, and I'm gonna upload less frequently. But also, it's like, if I just do the stuff that were getting me subscribers, but like, this is again, it's like, but now I have like two different style of videos, or two different style of things that were popular, that was getting me. It's like, I got another subscriber. I'm at 153 subscribers now. I got like a subscriber either today or yesterday or something like that. It's like part of this uncertainty of what to do, because like the fact that it seemed as though I was just beginning to taste some form of success, and now it feels as though that success is slipping away from me, right? Not that this type of success would have been monetarily like monetizable, but seeing the attention brought to my channel from these videos, and seeing the incredible positive feedback and response from these videos, sort of inspired me to do even more things. Like there were like 2 videos that I had done. They were spaced off a bit, but they weren't really related to the main thing that I was doing. And I did put at least some, like, definitely more effort in one than the others, but still just wanting to do them. But they get no views. They're not being shared. They're not garnering the attention. Of course, they may get attention 6 months down the road, just like that one mashup didn't really start getting attention until the past month or so. But I don't know if the attention from that video was like the increase, or like sort of the thing that triggered that being suggested more, or being put into browse features, was related to the other videos that started doing well on that channel. So again, I'm at a loss, and it's now this sort of uncertainty is causing me to stall. It's causing me to second guess and kind of like almost freeze up, which is bad. If I freeze up and I don't do, then it's just going to die off, and I'm not going to get any reviews, and then I'll probably eventually start losing subscribers. But I'm really not sure. I mean, I really probably should just focus on getting that one video that I had started, that I had originally intended to be sort of the swan song of my contribution to this thing. Maybe I'll do that again. It's like, again, and also I'm also curious whether I should even be concerned about necessarily the quality, because apparently it doesn't like I don't know. Sometimes maybe the most simplest edit, maybe the simplest thing, is the thing that's going to be the most satisfying to the people watching it. I don't know. See, the thing is, I wish I had 1,000 subscribers, because then I could do the community tab thing. I could put on community posts or something that I could actually ask people if I did other videos, or if I did things in a separate like styles. Like if I started branching out into doing more mashups, or if I stopped doing the thing that got me popular, was like, would they unsubscribe? It's like, but I can't do that with only 150 some subscribers. Like, there's the community, there is the general sort of community tab, but nobody freaking watches that, and it doesn't get displayed, doesn't get presented to people. So what do I just do whatever the fuck I want, and if it ends up driving the people that I have away. It was like, or do I just like don't give a shit about the numbers and just do what I want on this and then focus more again on my main account? Try to focus on my animation, trying to do animation again, because I haven't really worked on any animation at all, other than the little sort of tangential things that I've done associated with the secondary channel, the little things, but that's not really true animation. I've used EBSynth or EbSynth or however you pronounce it, and other things like that. But anyway, again, that's it for tonight. It seems as though for the next couple of weeks, it's like, because we've had sort of a change, a shift in sort of employment at my job. I'm getting different hours. So instead of working in the morning, I'm starting in the evening. And I think my hours have been sort of cut down a bit. But hopefully that'll work better for me, and I can focus more on the thing with Thomas and the things with Michael and other stuff with my other channel, and maybe actually focus and not get distracted as much rambling on shit like this longer than I should, and just watching YouTube and the usual suspects of the things that waste my time. So anyway, that's it for tonight. That's it for the week. And hopefully I can get my shit together in the next one. Until then...